When I started one of my previous jobs, I thought that everyone who worked there was a complete expert. But as I was hired on and learned more and more about each person and the software that we were using, I realized that nobody really knew that much. I think it hit me most when I was about 2 years into my job, and I realized that I was at the same point then as the people who hired me were when I was originally hired. And I still had this feeling like, oh man, I don't know that much. But relatively, as you're in a company and you learn more and more, you don't realize how much you learn, sometimes even passively, day over day. When you're spending 8 to 10 hours every single day working with a software, working in a company, you learn ins and outs of it that you don't realize that you're even learning. And this is why I think oftentimes people run into a point where they just get bored with their work. Because even though there may be stressful situations in their work, they know the ins and outs so well that things are no longer exciting like they were at one point. And I realized that at one of my previous jobs, I really lost a lot of the fire after my first 1 or 2 years working there. And I think that's because those first couple of years, I felt like I had to do so much catch up to get to where the people were ahead of me. But once I got to that point where I felt like, oh man, I know a lot of these things, I stopped trying as hard. I stopped thinking as creatively as I did once before. And so my encouragement to you is, if you can put yourself back in the mindset of when you were first hired at a company, think of yourself as wildly behind all these other people and you have to catch up. I think this will help to fuel some of that creativity and openness to ideas that oftentimes we lose when we're in jobs for a long period of time. Start with one thing that makes your job really difficult and see if you can improve it, even if it's just in a small way. It will help you to flex those creative muscles again. And I think that it will help to reinvigorate some desire that you have in that job that maybe you feel like you've grown a little bit bored of.